Good morning, boys. I am so excited. Yesterday it was a long day because we did for the first time, like the title says, long divisions. Don't worry if you still didn't get it. Today is your second try. And again, yes, it can be a little tricky. So we just need to practice, 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 practice. Multiplications and divisions, it's just practice, practice, practice. Okay, so don't worry. Remember, learning to ride a bike, you don't learn it at the first time. You have to do it several times. Okay, when you are in a dance class, it's the same thing. You don't learn all the complete dance in one time, in one day. You have to repeat the steps, like a million times until you just do it in a snap, super easy. Okay, so don't worry. Let's do our second try. For this one, this is your Google Slides. I put here an anchor chart so you can follow the steps, okay? Let's read them together first just to make sure you know where to find it, and then we go to do your work here for the video and practice, okay? So, long division, step one, divide the first number. Remember I told you it's the number that is inside the house, the first one. And today we're going to have until hundreds. So the first number is here, this one that they circle. That's the first thing we're going to do. So dividing is thinking, how many times can I break the 9 into two groups, okay? How many each group will get, okay? Or another way of saying it is like they put it here with small letters. How many times can 2 go into 9? Because that's dividing like 2, other 2, and maybe other 2, or other 2. Like how many 2's can I put inside the 9? Okay, remember you cannot pass the 9. It can be exactly until the 9 or even a tiny bit down before the 9. Okay? Step 2, multiply. 4 times 2. Remember I told you we multiply outside? 4 or 2 times 4 equals 8. And look at the arrows. Here they do it like that, and that's a good idea. 4 times 2, and the answer goes here, 8. Do you see? 1, 2. Okay. Then you subtract. Step 3, subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. Step 4, bring down. You bring the next number in the next place, bring it down to catch the 1. Why you want to catch the 1? Because remember, if we are dividing, it means we could put 4 in each group, and we have 1 that we cannot divide anymore, okay? We have 1 left that we didn't put in the two groups. 1 is outside. So I still have 1 that I need to divide, including the next 4. That's why we bring it to the 4, because now we have 14. Okay, we have 1 of 10 and 4 ones. Okay? Then it says repeat or remainder. Remainder is when there's nothing more to divide. Okay, what is left, the remainder. But if you still have another number here, and today we do, then it means you have to repeat all the process. Okay, so that means that now first we're here. Now you know go to the next place. This we already have an answer, it's a 4. So now we go here. What number here? You multiply it times 2 and gives you this number, or close. Okay? Another way of thinking is how many times can you put the 2 inside the 14? Okay? That's when I told you, if you multiply, you know, because 2 times the 1, it's 2. 2 times the 2 is 4. And we need to get to 14. We can still put other 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. We need to get to 14. So we still can put more, other 2. That's why you kind of multiply. That's why the first day I explained about the fact families and how multiplication is related to division. Okay, so even we are dividing the 14 in two groups, when you do the long division, to see how many times you can put that 2 inside the 14, you multiply. 2 times 7, here is 7. So 7, you put it here outside the multiplication. 7 times 2, 14. The answer goes inside, okay? 7 times 2, 14. And look, we got the same number. So then step 2, I mean 3, subtract 14 minus 14, 0. Now this is easy, but if you have a different number, do it like we do subtractions. First the ones and then the tens, okay? Then bring down the 7, okay? Bring down the 7 and we repeat, okay? How many times can I put the 2 inside the 7 without passing the 7? Or let's do it just multiplying 3 times 2, 6. The answer goes down, repeat, subtract, 7 minus 6, 1. If we had another number, we repeat the process, but we don't have other number here, so that means we are finished. And if you have a number down, remember I told you, some of you yesterday left it there and you said you finished. And then in your answer, you only told me it was 473. No, remember part of the answer is that you have one left. You made 473 in each group, 473 here, 473 here, but one is outside. So you need to put the one is part of your answer. That's super important, okay? So if you have something left at the end, bring it up to your answer and you put an R. That's the remainder, the one that is left, the one that you could not put into any group anymore, because remember your groups have to be equal, okay? So I wanted to explain first the chart. So if you need help and you want to do it later and do it more slow than your friends, go ahead. And here it's going to be, so you can go here to slide 2 and then come back and look at the steps. Come back and look and do it. Come back and look at the steps and do it. Look, it's only one division here. The first one, yes, we're going to first divide it with the discs. I haven't put the discs. I'm going to put them right now. Actually, I think I have them already. They are not coming. Okay, I'll put them right now when I finish the video. Then here, maybe you say, Miss, but you didn't put the squares. Yes, look, but I left them white today, okay? So it doesn't look so ugly. These are, they are from your book. So look, the squares are there. Yes, they are. So you can write. If by accident you erase it, and please don't put the colors, just leave it like that, okay? If by accident you erase it, you know, you go to the T and make your new square, okay? Don't worry. So it's only one division, 2, 3, and the last one, 4. It's only 4 divisions, okay? So let's go and practice first together. Dividing ones, tens, you see? Here is hundreds. Hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, so let's go to the first practice. Now I have 400 divided by 2. Remember also these are the two ways you can see divisions, okay? If you see an exam, don't get confused. One day, if it's like this, and you say, but I cannot do that in my head. Miss Moni didn't tell me to do it like that. Don't worry, just turn it this way. Remember, the big number goes inside the house, inside this symbol, okay? And the little number goes outside, okay? It's like when I tell you, when you have an addition like this or a subtraction, turn it vertical. Here is this way. When you have the division like this with the two circles symbol, and you don't want to do it like that, then just change it into the house division, the long division, okay? So let's do it first with the discs so you keep understanding. And actually, I just noticed I don't have hundreds. So let's build our number. But it's fast, you see, no problem. 400, 100, 200, 300, 400. Here we have it, okay? So it says 400 divided by 2. So this one is easy. Let's divide it by 2. Here are my two groups. 1, 100, 200, and 200. So how many did I put in each group? 200. So immediately we already know the answer. I could just go and put here 200 and I finish. But no, because remember that when you go to Walmart to buy something, to any supermarket, or you want to buy toys, okay, or anything you do and you want to divide it by 2, you're not going to take out discs and then divide, then draw your two groups and divide it. No, usually you do it like this, okay? So let's do it here, what we just saw in the graph. Okay, so remember first, like the anchor chart told you, we look at the first number, the neighbor inside the house, okay? The first one. So two ways. First thing when you divide is you think, how many times can I put the 2 inside the 4? Okay? To do that, we kind of multiply. And you don't have to put this here, but I tell you to put it just as a clue, okay? To help you remember you can multiply. And we begin here, like the chart told you, okay? So what number times 2 equals the first number we have inside? Pause the video and let's do it. You can even do this on your whiteboard, okay? So maybe let's do that. You can take out your whiteboard, a paper, copy this, and let's practice together, okay? So write it and then put what number times 2 equals this. And then you put it under this because we're trying to get 4, so put the answer here, okay? Remember, like they told you, it's this times this, you put it here. So do it. I'm gonna pause the video. If you are doing it by yourself, pause the video. So first you can try it and then you come back and check if you did it good. Okay, if you are back, it's because you already do it. So the answer is 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. What was the next step of the chart? Let's go and see. So you follow the steps. Then subtract. Okay, so let's subtract. 4 minus 4, 0. Okay, what is the next step? Bring down. So the next number that we have here, we bring it down. When you start doing divisions, we tell you to draw the arrow. So you remember that the next one, you have to pull it down to the next number. And it's 0, okay? So now it's not only 1 0, it's all these numbers, but it's 2 zeros. So can I put a 2 inside a 0? Or is there something that I can multiply? Well, it's 0. You know that anything you multiply times 0 is 0. So 0 times 2 is 0. And we put it here, okay? Let's put it 0. Oh, my battery. Let me connect my computer. There it is. And we repeat the process. Subtract. And even if it's a 0, right now that you are starting, it's okay, do it, okay? Bring down the next number. Now that you have hundreds, even the next number, we bring it all the way down to catch the other number, okay? So what times 2 equals 0? Again, 0. Excellent. So 0 times 2, put the answer here, 0. Okay? Very good. And then, even if it's a 0, right now follow the steps because in the next one we don't have 0. So still, let's do it. We subtract again. 0 minus 0, 0. And do we have another number that we have to bring down? No, that means we are done. So do you see we got 200 here, 200 here. Okay, we got the same answer. So let's go to the next one. Now it's 500. So let's build our number 500. Okay. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Here are my 500. Let's divide them into two groups. 100, 100. Each of your friends get 100. Then other 200, other 200. And now I have one left. Can I put it inside in any of the groups? No, right? Because the groups have to be the same. But still we have to divide it. And is what we did yesterday. But instead of ones, we can change it for tens. Sorry, because remember that 10 tens equals one of these. Think of it like money. Okay, you have a $100 bill, okay, and you change it for 10 coins of 10 pesos. Okay, so let's change it. I'm going to change this down, and instead of that one, I change it for this. Remember, like yesterday, let's make sure we do have 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Do you see it's the same thing? So now this one, yes, I can continue dividing here. So let's do it. 10 and 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50. And we don't have anything left. We could perfectly divide into two groups. So the answer is 500 divided by 2. How many did each boy get or each group gets? 100, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So our answer is 250. You see, I know you love doing it with the discs. Me too, actually. I love dividing and changing my groups and everything. It's like a game or like playing with money. Okay, but now comes the real life, the way you have to do it in real life and real math. So it's this one, the long division. Okay, so everyone copy this division on your whiteboard or your paper. And then we do it together. If you are doing it by yourself, you pause the video, do it for yourself to practice, pause the video, copy it, and then come back so we can do step by step together. And okay, if you are back, it's because you already copied it. So let's start. What was the first step? Let's first see who remembers. Excellent. Here is divide the first number. So we see the first number that is inside the house and then we multiply. Okay, so let's do it. The first number inside the house is 5. So we think if I have 5, how many 2's can I put inside? Okay, imagine this is my 5, so I can put 1, 2, other 2, and that's it. Okay. But later, when you have big numbers, you're not going to be using your fingers. The easiest way is to just multiply. Let me change. Yeah, I know I am using the red. Let's change it to green. multiply. You know, actually, let's put here, yes, with red so you catch up the times. But let's change to do it with green. So what number here on the top of the 5 I can multiply to give me the 5, and we put it here, okay? What number? To say that 2 times tables. What times 2? 2 times 1, 2 times 1 times 2, 2. Okay, now I think maybe we can put other 2 and get closer to the 5. Maybe it can be what? What do you think? Put it and let's see. Pause the video and I will show you when you come back. If you are back, exactly, it was the 2. Okay, 2 times 2, 2 times 2 equals 4. So we put it here. Okay, now who remembers what was the next step? The next step is subtract. Okay, remember you can go to your Google Slides, is here, subtract. So let's subtract these two little numbers that are inside. 5 minus 4, 1. What was the next step? Bring down. Excellent. So let's bring down the next number inside the house. Bring it down to catch the 1. Why? Because remember we divided, but we had 1. This 100, remember? When we did it, we had 1 left here at the beginning. Remember that? So that's this one, the one that we had left. Okay, so we bring down the 0 and then we repeat the process. Let me change now to blue. So what number here? We multiply times 2 to get the last number, 10, and we are going to put the answer here. Okay, so pause the video and think and write it on your whiteboard. And then you come back to see if you got it good. Okay, if you are back, it's because you got it, and the answer is 5. Okay, so it's 5 outside times 2 inside equals 10. So we put it here, 10. Okay, let's keep reviewing. What's the next step? Exactly, the ones that said subtract, it's you are good and a pat on your back. So when you have the same number, boys, don't separate first 0 minus 0, 0, 1 minus 1, 1. When it's the same number, even like if it's 100 minus 100, it's 0. So don't separate here. Only when you have different digits, then yes, first do the ones and then do the tens. But here, 10 minus 10, 0. Okay, what's the next step? Bring down. Okay, even if it's a 0. Because then this is an important part. Even if it's a 0, some boys get confused and say, but I don't have anything left, Miss Moni, so I am finished. No, we are not finished. Because you need to have a number on top of here, a number on top of here, and a number here. If you don't have a number, boys, that means we are not finished, okay? So we still have to put a number here. You need to have a digit in all the numbers to, like on every place, in the ones, the tens, and the hundreds, even if they are zeros, okay? Zeros are important. Okay, so what number here times this equals 0? That is the one we have here. What times 2 equals 0? Pause the video, put it, and come back. Okay, if you are back, it's because you got it, and yes, it's 0. Remember that rule. Anything you multiply times 0 is 0. So 0 times 2, and we put it here. 0 and subtract. I know right now you can just leave it like that, but you can get confused because these are the first times doing your subtraction, your divisions. So let's follow all the steps. 0 minus 0, 0. And we are done. Do you see we got 250? 250 in the 2. One more, and then you go to work. Yes, it's one more. Yeah, it's the last one. So now we have 550 times divided by 2. So let me bring my 100 and let's build a number. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, here it is, 550. So let's bring this 50 here. So here we have 500 and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We have 550. So let's divide. 100, 100, 200, 200, and oops, I cannot divide the next 100. You cannot just skip it and then go and do this. No. Remember, we begin with the big number. First, the hundreds now. So this one, pause the video and think, what can you do? Excellent. We can change this for these tens. And now we can continue dividing. But now we have all these tens together. Okay? So let's divide. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, and oops! Now I have one of 10. Can I divide this? Let's make sure we did divide the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens. Here we need to have also 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes, we are correct. That means yes, we have one left. What can we do? Pause the video and think, what can you do? Excellent. If you are back, we can change this for these tens. So let's do it. I bring it down and let's change it for these ones. And now I can continue dividing. Let me put my hundreds here so I have space for the tens. I mean for the ones. Okay, let's do it. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and we don't have left now. So 550 divided by 2, how many did we put in each group? Let's count. 1, 2, 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 275. Let's write it. 275. Now let's do it here faster so you can go and start your work. So I will not go and see the chart. Let's just repeat. This one, let's just repeat and do it fast. So everyone, right here, what number can you multiply to get these 5? And remember, you put it down below. So do it and then come back to see if you got it good. Okay, if you are back, it's because you are finished. So the answer was 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. So let's put it here and then we subtract, okay? 5 minus 4, 1. And the next step is bring the next number down. So that's 5. And now we have 15 in all, okay? We have 15. So now we repeat the process. Let me change to green. What number here you multiply times 2 and you get 15? Just remember, we write it down. This times this. Why did it go down? This times this, and put the answer here. So pause the video, go and do it, and then come back. Okay, if you are back, it's because you already do it, and it was 7. 7 times 2 is 14. That's the one that is closer to the 15. So it's that, and then we subtract. So here is what I told you. When your numbers are different, yes, you can do first the ones or the tens, or you can just do it all together because it's 15 take away 14. Or remember, you can count up from 14 to 15. How many more? It's 14, 15, just one more. So 15 or 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, remember the 0 in the back, it's nothing. It's just a 0 in the front, yes, because it would be 10. So let the next step, bring the next number down. So everyone do it. Do it on your whiteboard, put a 10. And now think. Let's change it to the yellow shows up. Yeah, we can use yellow. What number here you multiply times 2 to get this 10? Okay, but you put your answer down. This times 2 equals, what's that? It blocked me, sorry. Put it here, okay? So pause the video, go and do it, and come back. Okay, if you are back, it's because you already do it. And the number that you could multiply to get 10, because this is our last number, 10, it was 5. 5 times 2 is 10. We put it here. And again, remember, don't put it here because that would leave a space here and that should be then 100. All the spaces need a number, okay? So we put it here, 10. Because remember, these are the ones, the tens, and the hundreds, okay? So it's 10. And subtract. 10 minus 10, 0. Or separate it. 0 minus 0, 0. 1 minus 1, 0. And we don't have remainder here. Just remember, if we did have a number, remember to bring it up. You put the letter R and you bring the number, but here is 0. But if when it's 0, we don't put the remainder. I'm just showing it to you to remind you that if you have a remainder, these last number are the ones that are left. So yes, it's part of your answer. If you don't put it, you get your answer wrong, okay? So boys, that's it. Now you can go and do your Google Slides. Here is the poster, the anchor chart. I already did here. You divide your discs first. Then here, now it's the first time you do it with no discs. But again, don't get scared. Come and follow the steps from your chart. So like in Readers and Writers, good luck. I know you can do it. So go and do your best. Very good, boys.